everyone. It's Trevor here with Ben. This is another Daclus quality review. This is my New Year's resolution to see all the movies that come out in my theater, and apparently this other one that we're close to, and just record a quick review on them. Today I went to see the movie with Ben. We carpooled, so he's here with me to review in his car, actually. Yeah. It's not my car. I'm actually once not in my car. So the movie we just saw was Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. Ben, do you want to give a quick summary, sort of, what's the plot?
Basically, it is identical to the plot of the movie Pride and Prejudice. Elizabeth Bennet possibly ending up with Mr. Darcy, and it's the whole question of will they, won't they, because he's too proud and too prejudiced. It's all on him, which they made sure to use those words a lot in the movie. Yeah. So that's basically the idea, and basically it's the same story, but now there are zombies. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, England...
And they actually called them zombies.
Yeah.
Which was new for a zombie movie. They don't like to do that, so...
Yeah, but England and all that stuff, and it's taken over mostly, pretty much entirely almost, by all zombies. Of London. What did you think, just in general? What were your overall thoughts?
I mean, for the most part, I kind of liked it. I mean, there wasn't any surprises. There's supposed to be a surprise, but it's fairly obvious. So, yeah, no surprises, but at the same time, I thought the basic concept of story was okay. I mean, it's a classic story. The original story is a classic story. This is based on that, and they just added zombies to it. Yeah. So, I mean, the things that I noticed were, they would have like a normal line and then say something end about, and zombies. Yeah. And that was kind of the joke of the movie and the fun of it. It was really campy and fun.
Yeah, it was pretty nonsense. I mean, if you wanted just a movie just to go see because, it's nonsense. I don't care about a good movie, because it's not. I wouldn't call it good. I mean, for me, I had a lot of issue, I think, with the tone. It was kind of all over the place. Yeah. Because it was kind of serious at points, where it was just like, we're going to take this super serious. And then it would just go into over the top. Yeah. You said that at the start. It's like, I'm surprised. I thought this was going to be straightforward.
The opening seemed very straightforward, and then they did this weird, campy kind of narrative dialogue
to describe
the situation. Yeah, which was
the history.
Weird.
And then they went back to sort of serious, but then they started making jokes a bunch. They got to that one dance where, like, Matt Smith shows up and they're doing weird, crazy. They're all making jokes. Yeah. The mom is making jokes.
Oh, that was Matt Smith. That was the Doctor Who.
Matt Smith. Okay. That's the Doctor Who guy. And they're all just being weird. But then it goes away.
And it mixes with the whole, like, society thing of Pride and Prejudice. Sure. But then also, like, your house is lovely, and it must keep all the zombies away. And then, so that's, like, their little joke of, like...
Sure. I think, but, at the start, it was more... It was funny, but it wasn't, like... It wasn't silly, over the top funny. It was more, it's funny because of the situation they're in. Yeah. These two situations make it funny, but we're going to take it seriously. Yeah. And then they switched to being, no, we're going to be silly about it and not take it seriously. And then they went back to serious. And they did that a few times, and it was just weird. Yeah. And the Matt Smith character was just, I don't understand.
Very weird. Very weird.
What was happening there?
It seemed like he was gay for a lot of it, but he keeps trying to marry the women.
Yeah, and I mean, because the thing is, I don't know if he's supposed to be gay. If he's supposed to be gay, it's offensive.
It's an offensive gay.
The way he was acting.
It's Jack from Will and Grace gay.
Yeah, if it's just a straight weird guy,
or
it's just
British.
Weird. I don't understand why it was there.
He might just be British.
Sure, but the others are British. They're all British.
Yeah, so but he's like British. I mean, it's where he cares more about planning a party and looking nice down at the bakery than he does about. Sure. Killing zombies and
but shit. I still didn't understand why that much. And it didn't make a lot of sense. But
it was weird.
Yeah. Do any of the other performances you think stand out?
The guy playing Mr. Darcy, who I thought was going way over the top with the voice at first, he does a almost Batman-like voice. Yeah. But towards the end, the voice didn't bother me as much, probably because I'd heard it through the whole movie. And overall, if I just thought about his actual performance, he did quite well.
Yeah. I think it's mostly the direction, like weird choices. Yeah. I feel like there are just some weird choices. Same with that Matt Smith thing of, here, you do this. For some reason.
Definitely some weird choices with the cinematographer. We both commented on the lead female character has her breasts on display every time we meet her, except for the very end, and all of her sisters, some of whom more stacked than she is.
Yeah.
They cover it up. Cover it up. Don't give it all away.
I think it's weird. There was also some weird stuff with they're supposed to be training like Japanese and Chinese training.
Yeah,
and all that stuff. And
there was very little of any of that.
They're just like swinging their swords like hammers, like bats and stuff, two-handed, just smashing like crazy.
There's very little. They're supposed to be like kung fu monks, and then the rich people are supposed to be like samurai warriors. And you see a little bit of that with the Darcy character twice, actually. Mm-hmm. Once when he was doing the forms in the garden, then at the end when he's fighting. But other than that, pretty much all the rest of the fighting is just swing and hope and yeah.
I mean, it was weird. Like in the opening, there's they had the cartoons, and it was caricatures of like Chinese character and Japanese, and that's kind of offensive. Like it was weirdly offensive. Even like it had sort of a feminist tone, but at the same time, it was a little offensive to women. I felt it was weird.
The original one is I mean because when it shows the reality of the time.
Sure, but
the time was offensive.
It wasn't so much that, but even when it's trying to be a little, it was sort of a weird. Not really. You're not doing this properly.
I mean, at the end of the day, that is the story. It is the story of a woman who like pushes back against the system and then does exactly what the system wants her to do.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's kind of
yeah.
She gave with one hand and took it back with the other hand.
No, I get that. I feel like the filmmaker, it's the direction and the writing was just, in terms of the films, more than just the general story. Yeah. It was the weird, it was just felt weird.
She's like, she's standing up for herself, and here's her boobs.
Yeah.
So it's that stuff,
weird, it's the male gay stuff. It was weird. It was just so weird. Yeah, those are the... There are kids outside just coming.
There are kids outside doing some very bad Spider-Man impressions.
Yeah, I think these are also the kids. They came into our movie theater after it was over. We just were walking out and they popped around the corner.
And now they are climbing on some apparatus that is not supposed to be climbed on.
Apparently they're just walking. They probably know someone who works here.
I guess. And then there's this car waiting. I don't know what's going on. It's a scary parking lot.
Anyway. Sorry about that, you can't even see it. I could actually turn it, but you probably wouldn't see anything. It's dark out there.
Plus, I don't want to put kids on camera on the internet. You don't want
to do that.
Yeah.
That's a bad idea. Anyway, thank you for watching. You can check out Ben on Twitter.
I'm at big_BMS. That's why I watch it, because I do a movie review show called Big Ben's Movie Show.
I'll put both links in the description for your YouTube, both your YouTube channels. You have your exclusive.
I have my
internet
exclusive
content.
one, which is I need
to build some more. You have one video. I mentioned that in the last one, and then
my other one is my actual TV station that airs all my shows. Yeah. And that's where most of them are.
Most of the episodes. So check that out if you want more reviews of other videos. And
that's the ride. The ride was just sitting there letting them play on the walls.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, also check me out on Twitter at Daclus. It's spelled in the title. You can also check out Geek Wars Podcasts. Just check that out. Go follow it on iTunes, Podbean. Yeah, Ben's on there. Podbean and Podcast Addict. We're on there with another friend of ours. And check those out. Go follow it on Twitter at Geek Wars Podcasts. Subscribe to this channel. Comment, favorite, like, do all that crazy stuff. Like us on Facebook at Geek Wars Podcast. Same as everything else. And I'll see you next time. For tomorrow, I'm going to see Kung Fu Panda 3 with my nephew. So he'll be in here as my next guest. And we'll do a little quick video. That should be fun.
Now. It's growing.
I know, I guess. It's because I haven't really seen too many movies with other people. What?
Did you say hi to your fan?
I did. I gave a shout out to Rachel in the last video, and now I'm saying
hi, Rachel.
I don't know if I want to just say she's a fan. I don't know.
She's the lady who comments on your videos.
She's a friend.
And we appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Anyway. Bye.
Bye.